Yeah, I was inspired to do this video after watching this video by Elder Karatazaba of GMS Baltimore. The name of the video is entitled The Butchers of Scripture, Deuteronomy 22, Lay Hold, True Understanding. And basically, I'm just going to play it again. It's a member from that reprobate group. Now, there's certain members, I've been hearing that from other brothers. There's certain members of that reprobate group that that are okay. Well, my thing is this: if they're okay, then they should leave that group, because the leaders of that group definitely are demented. Okay, I'm talking about Alazar and Hakar. All right, those two guys are out of their minds. Okay, so you guys and I've seen a couple of comments, and I might do a video on that, of individuals that was part of that group that have left. They say they don't want to have nothing to do with that group. Talk about sacarii. That's a reprobate group. Yahweh Shai taught a parable of a guy who built his house on sand, and the rains came and the flood and all that and totally destroyed that house. That's an example. That's a good example of a guy who built his house on sand, that reprobate group, sacarii. Now, any of you members that are still part of that group, if you have any sense left in your head, you would leave that group. ASAP, pronto. You would leave that group, because that's a sinking ship, ready to get torpedoed right out the water. Sacarii. Man, the heads of that group are totally demented, okay? Agents of chaos, contention, doublespeak, you name it, man. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into this video. So the topic of this video has to do with rape, which the word rape, everybody hears the word rape and immediately they have a disdain. The word rape just means grab. That's all it means. Now, in today's society, it has been demonized. But there was a time in Israelite history when you could grab a woman that was that was not joined to a man, and if she didn't scream, that was her defense. That's why a woman's scream is so piercing. You ever heard a woman scream? When they scream, it's like blood curdling. Their scream is something else, man. You know why? Because in the past, that was a defense for the woman, her scream. So if the woman screamed, then if a man was about to take her by force, if she screamed, then that was her defense. That if that man continued to do the act, then he would be put to death according to the law. That's according to the law. But if she didn't scream, then that woman would become his wife. Now, if that woman didn't scream and yet she was joined to another man, then both of them were put to death according to the law, because that was the act of adultery. I mean, it's plain and simple. It's all there in the law, man. And we've done tons of videos on it. But yet and still, you got certain guys who just don't have no understanding. And on top of it, they seek to pervert the meaning of the word, pervert the meaning of the scripture. The scripture says what it is, man. Lay hold means grab by force, okay? There's no way you can butter it up, all right? That witchcraft that you're trying to do, it ain't going to work, okay? So without further ado, let me just play the part of the video that inspired me to do this video. Hopefully it's edifying. Hopefully you brothers out there are edified by it. And you sisters as well. So without further ado, let's jump into it. By the way, all praises and glory is due to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakak Wadash, for giving us the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, of Yahweh Shai, for giving us this knowledge, this truth, this understanding.
elder apostle Tahar, a tremendous man in his work.
Yeah, but as of late, you seen in the video, he said that we all took the jump shot. He said that the Most High is going to deal with us. The Most High, pretty much what he's saying, the Most High is going to kill us because we're a bunch of phonies. Well, I know for a fact I didn't take no jump shot. All right. And I know for a fact Elder Apostle Tahar didn't take no jump shot. Elder Apostle Ramlab didn't take no jump shot. None of us, the top bishops, took any goddamn jump shots. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But anyway, you know, your voice is getting smaller by the minute. I'm talking to you, Al-Azhar. Your voice is getting smaller by the minute. More and more people are seeing that you're just demented. You're out of your mind. And you gave us a warning a long time ago when you said that you find your mind in a constant state. You find your mind in a constant state of delirium. That's all we needed to know about you. Really, you belong in a sanitarium. That's where you belong, with a white straitjacket wrapped around you, man. You are totally unsound in mind, and your sepia sidekick, he ain't too far behind. Okay. Yahweh Shem Yahushua going to make examples out of both you clowns. I was watching a video by Mawatazak, the head of GMS Los Angeles. I was watching it yesterday, and he said when he first met Hakar, he said he saw right through him. All right, he said he saw right through him. And I've met that brother, Mawatazak. He's that type of brother, man. All right, this brother, you know, when you're talking to him, he's very quiet. He's very observant. From what I see, he's an observant type of guy, Mawatazak, you know. And honestly, I love that brother, man. And I hope that Yahweh Shem Yahushua rewards him, man. That Yahweh Shem Yahushua saved that brother. I'm talking about Mawatazak, the head of GMS Los Angeles. That brother, what you see with him, what you see is what you get, you know. Anyway, he said he saw right through Deacon Hakar, man. It's, you know, anybody with that's spiritual, that's really involved in this thing of ours, they can see right through Hakar, Deacon Hakar. That's what he called himself, Deacon. I'm not even going to call him Deacon. He's a joke. Anyway, yeah, so let's move on.
Vent a little bit on these clowns, GMS, you know, because these guys just love running their damn mouth, man. Like,
yeah, we run our mouth by teaching the truth. All right, we run our mouth teaching the truth. You guys just run your mouth speaking double speak, contention. You know, the point I was going to make. Al-Azhar said, you just heard him say in the video, is a great teacher about Elder Apostle Tahar. Yet recently, the video surfaced where he said we took the jump shot. Y'all should know what the jump shot is. And we're a bunch of deceivers. And the Most High, basically the Most High is going to kill us. And then he said that nigger Tahar. And then he said, Ramlab, you piece of shit. He already got on me, you know. You all already know how he feels about me. So then recently, Deacon Hakar, now show you the hypocrisy of that group. Deacon Hakar brought up the biker jacket thing, something that's been dead for more than 6 years, going on 8 years, something like that. Now, recently they effed up with the Passover, you know, and we called them out on it, and eventually they owned up to it. Oh, we repented, blah blah blah, and you had the brother Shamar. He brought that up, you know, to the brothers down at in New York, the sacarii dudes, I should say, Salakia, the sacarii dudes in New York, and they quickly said, well, you know, Al-Azhar and Deacon Hakar, they repented, so why are you bringing that up? Well, the question is, why are you guys, especially Deacon Hakar, why are you bringing up the biker jacket thing, huh? Why are you bringing that up? Elder Apostle Hakar repented from that. All right, he's done videos on apologizing about that. So why are you bringing that up? See, that's the hypocrisy with this group. Anyway, let's deal with the rape thing.
You know, these guys are very irritating. Or to prove that the Israelites ever raped anybody or raped women.
Wrong. The book of Judges, tribe of Benjamin. Wait a minute. You heard what that clown just said, right? Guess you don't know Bible history. Let's go to Judges. Judges 21, I think it is. I'm just going to go right to the point. All right, Judges 21 and 20. Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, the sons of Benjamin, that's what it'll say in the Hebrew, saying, go and lie in wait in the vineyards. Lie in wait, and see and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance in dances, then come ye out of the vineyards and catch you every man his wife. Now that's tantamount to rape, which means the word rape simply means grab. Look it up. I know you don't think we're scholars, but we actually do know what the word rape means. When you look it up in the Latin, reperere, it means to grab, seize, catch. Another word is catch. So here they're commanded by the elders of Israel, the sons of Benjamin, to grab these daughters of Shiloh and make them their wives, okay? And catch you every man his wife of the daughters of Shiloh and go to the land of Benjamin. See, the ancient world was a lot different than this feminist, pussy-whipped world, okay? It was a lot more manly, the ancient world, all right? A lot of you guys just don't get it because you've been in America too long, all right? You've been sucking the tit of this filthy whore called America too long. So it just doesn't permeate your your spoiled brains that have been spoiled by America's bullshit, okay? So here we see, here's a perfect example of Israelite men raping, if you will, women, the daughters of Shiloh, so they could get them wives. Why? Because if you know the history, the tribe of Benjamin was almost wiped out. So they had to replenish the tribe. How do you replenish the tribe? Well, you get women to be your wife, your woman. That's what the word wife means. It means woman. You get them to be your woman and bear your children, bear your seed. That is the purpose of a woman, you know. One of many purposes. I know it's been lost in this society. You know, women and their true purpose, but back then that was the purpose of a woman, and it still is now, to bring forth a man's seed. Okay, I just want to look up catch. Now the Hebrew word there is katap, and it means to catch, seize. Another word would be rape. All right, seize as a prisoner. Hold up, as a prisoner. Come on, man. You just heard what that clown said. I might bring it back again so you can hear what he said. So here's an example of in the history of Israelite men raping. And they were commanded to, too. Matter of fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to look at cross references. No, is it cross references? Translation comparison. Let's look at that. All right, so that was the KJV, the King James Version. Let's look at pretty much, they're saying pretty much what the KJV says. Oh, look at this one. RSV. It says, and watch if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance. Excuse me. In the dances, then come out of the vineyards and seize each man his wife. Seize. Another word for seize is to grab. Another word for grab is to rape. Seize each man his wife from the daughters of Shiloh and go to the land of Benjamin. There you go. Yeah, most of the translations pretty much says what the KJV says. There's another one which sees the NIV. And watch when the young women of Shiloh come out to join in the dancing. Rush, rush from the vineyards, and each of you seize one of them to be your wife. It doesn't sound like they went on a date. Or the man try to woo her with sweet nothings. No, the men just rushed in and grabbed them, man. I'm sure a lot. Well, you know, even in today's society, right? Now you can do this in Google. Type in the number one sexual fantasy of a woman. You're gonna find out it's rape. The number one sexual fantasy of a woman is rape, to be grabbed and forced upon. You know, these women, they're not as precious as you think they are, man. The man is precious. You simple-minded Negroes haven't learned that yet. The man is precious, not the woman. Women are nothing but property and possession. That's all they are, man. Tells you that in the Apocrypha, Sirach, the 36th chapter. He that getteth a wife getteth what? A possession, as it is written. All right, so let's get back to the video. I'm going to play it again. You can hear what that clown said. Obviously, he doesn't know Israelite history.
A little bit on these clowns, GMS, you know, because these guys just love running the damn mouth, man. Like, you know, these guys are very irritating.
And because we ran our mouth, you sacarii morons, especially your leadership, you learned from us by us running our mouth, because you came up underneath us. And then you split and you went and formed your own thing, and now it's sinking. All right?
In order to prove that the Israelites ever raped anybody or raped women.
We just disproved you. Judges, the 21st chapter.
You guys, look, that's what's going to get Israelites caught up with these federal agents and these damn FBI agents and these you know.
What are you talking about? You already got Israelites that spy and that work for the FBI and the different police groups already in the fold. What are you talking about, man? You're a little late for that. Even when we had the school way back in the mid-90s, we had the school in Bridgeport, Connecticut. You had guys that were members of the cops coming to the school, man. You know, trying to infiltrate, asking damaging questions. You know, and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua was with us. We saw right through them. You know, one guy in particular asked, did you ever murder anybody? You know, what kind of question is that? You know, so for years, we always tell you about how they was trying to infiltrate the school, and eventually they did. One West, you had agents up in there. Absolutely, the scriptures tell us this. What is this guy talking about, man? Man, shut up, man. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's the problem with you guys, especially you young guys. You run your mouth and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Let's go to Galatians. That's a part of this thing of ours. You're going to have guys that are spies. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me do this. That's a part of this thing. There it is right here. Galatians, the 2nd chapter. The 3rd verse. But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised. This is the Apostle Paul speaking to the Israelites in Galatia. And that because of false brethren, so you already have false brethren transplanted in the faith, masquerading as men of the Lord. But they're really false brethren. Again, there's a passage where it says, marvel not if Satan be be shown to be an angel of light, roughly paraphrasing that scripture, and so is his ministers. All right. There's another scripture where it says where the sons of the Most High are, Satan is in the midst. So what are you talking about, dude? This is the kind of thing that's going to bring in agents. Man, shut up, man. Galatians 2:4, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in Yahushua. So do we have spies among us? Absolutely. Galatians, the 2nd chapter, the 4th verse confirms it. Okay? And that because of false brethren, do we have false brethren among us? Yes. Okay? And that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage. Now, you just heard that clown said, it's because of topics like this is going to bring in the COINTEL and all that. Look, what does the last part of the verse say? Who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage. So they already set up, man. This thing, this ministry, you already have false brethren already set up to try to bring us back into bondage. A good example is like when all hell breaks loose, you're going to have, just like they did to Yahushua, the scriptures tell us there were many false witnesses in Yahushua's darkest hour when he was on trial, right before they crucified him. The scriptures tell us there were many false witnesses brought before Yahushua to try to condemn him. And finally, there was a couple of witnesses that came and they said, we heard this man say he'll destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. Now, if you know anything about the temple was a sacred place back then. So for a man to say that, that was tantamount to like terrorism. But what was Yahushua saying? Was he talking about the actual temple? No, he's talking about his body. His body, in 3 days, he was risen from the what? From the tomb. That's what he was talking about. But he didn't specify it. He just said it, but that's what he was talking about. And those that were part of Yahushua's flock, those that had the spiritual understanding, they would have understood what Yahushua said. But a lot of Jews didn't. And they went and reported him for what is tantamount to what they call terrorism. Oh, he's going to destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. And they were among the groups. They were spies. We read about how spies were sent to Yahushua and feigned themselves as righteous men. So what is this guy talking about? Anyway, let's get back to the video. I made the point here. We got spies among us. Absolutely. If you don't think so, then you're not thinking.
COINTELPRO 2.0, which is Black Identity Extremists, man. Or the elder GMS, man. I said, these guys we've learned under. Some of us was a part of GMS, like myself and the couple brothers that are in the camp. Some of us was a part of GMS, like myself and many.
Yeah, you were just a fan of GMS. You were just a fan. You were a fanatic. All right, because if you really was part of GMS, you would have continued with GMS. Wait a minute, they went from us. You like to boast you're a part of GMS. You were just a fan, a fanatic. You really didn't learn anything. Was that they went from us, from us. You were never really a part of GMS. A guy who was really part of GMS would still be with GMS on Great Millstone. 1 John 2:19, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, Great Millstone, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out, like that moron you heard talking, they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us, Great Millstone, GMS. So get it right, man. You were never part of GMS. You were just a fan. You were just a fanatic. All right? You still don't understand what you're involved in. So,
and the couple brothers that are in the camp, like Alizar and whatnot, you know.
Alizar was another fanatic. He saw the power that GMS had, Great Millstone had, beginning with Fellow Apostle, and he wanted a piece of the action because he was a nobody in the world trying to be somebody. So finally, he got with Great Millstone and learned a few scriptures, and now he thinks he's the chief high priest. But that was another part of his delirium, his delusion, Mr. Adonis Delirious.
Whatnot. Now let's look at the word, right?
Now listen to this.
And we got to look at the implication of what it's trying to imply, right? This is talking about rape. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field and the man force her, all right, in line with her. So we're going to look at the word force, Strong's H 2388. Kazak, to strengthen, prevail, harden, be strong, be courageous, be firm.
The term, or I should say the term force her, tells you everything you need to know. And I just showed you an example in Judges. Now he's reading the law in Deuteronomy 22. I showed you an example in Judges where the sons of Benjamin forced the daughters of Shiloh and made them their wives. Why? So they could bring forth their seed. Why? So they could replenish the tribe of Benjamin. Why? Because the tribe of Benjamin was involved with wars with the other tribes and almost got wiped out. Okay? It's important to know that history, man.
Grow firm, be resolute, be sure, all right? Which is not betrothed, not promising nobody, and lay hold on her, in line with her, and they be found. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. All right? And even when you deal with that last part, because he had humbled her, gives you implies that there was no forcible act upon the relationship.
Wrong. You just heard him say earlier, forced her. She was forced. All the implication is in the word forced. Then after he had done the act with her, which was sex, then he humbled her. These guys have no understanding whatsoever. A bunch of morons. Deuteronomy 22, a bunch of mamalukes. Deuteronomy 22, let's go to the law. Deuteronomy 22 and 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, meaning a young woman of marriageable age, which never had sex, which is not betrothed, she's not joined to any man, she's not promised to be with any man, she's a free agent, shall we say, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, so that father could be recompensated for the loss of his daughter. Because a daughter was very, if you know the Israelite family, the history of the Israelite family back then, a daughter played a focal point in the affairs of the household. She cleaned the house, she did the washing and stuff like that. So the daughter was a prize to the father. So in most cases, the father gave away his daughter, and he got handsomely rewarded for it. So now in this act, if a man just grabbed the daughter and made her his wife, well, the law was that man was supposed to give the daughter's father 50 shekels of silver. And she shall be his wife, because he have humbled her. He laid hold on her. He have humbled her, meaning he laid hold. He grabbed her, like we saw the example in Judges. The sons of Benjamin, they grabbed the daughters of Shiloh and made them their wives. Took them home, popped them, made them their wives, so they could bring forth seed and replenish the tribe of Benjamin. Okay? Matter of fact, let's look at some other comparisons. Where we see the word seize again. The same thing we saw in Judges. Okay? The NKG the NKJV version. If a man finds a young woman who is a virgin, who is not betrothed, and he seizes her and lies with her. There's actually versions that actually use the word rape. Okay? There's another one, seizes. There's one that says, have caught her. Oh, look at that. Here it is. The NIV version. The NIV version. If a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and rapes her, and they are discovered, then the man would give that daughter's father 50 shekels of silver. We just read it. But here they specifically use the word rape. So what is that clown talking about? That's the NIV version. Let me bring it back so you can hear what that moron said. And yeah, I'm just going to keep calling him names because at this point, he's just a moron, man. All right? You have no understanding.
Be resolute, be sure, all right? Which is not betrothed, not promising nobody, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. All right? And even when he deal with that last part, because he hath humbled her, gives you implies that there was no forcible act upon.
Wrong. The forcible act was when he grabbed her to humble her. Let me say that again. The forcible act was when he grabbed her to humble her. What was the humbling part? When he put that rod on her. Because back then, we had those rods, man. When we had sex with the woman wasn't chewing no bubble gum. All right? She was feeling it, especially if she was a virgin. She was feeling it, man. All right? That's the humbling part. All right? So you don't understand what you're talking about.
Relationship. It happened naturally. Lay hold.
Yeah, naturally he grabbed her and had sex with her and humbled her. That's the natural part. See, he's going according to that. They met, they had a little date. he's got that Walt Disney mentality of a man meeting a woman. That's what he got, which proves he's a simp. He's not a real man. All right? And he doesn't understand the sexual dynamic of how it was back then. It was totally different than now. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. You brothers can do responses to Elder Karatazar Bar's video. I'd love to see it. Clearly, we have another moron from Sacarii. I don't know who that guy is. But these guys have no understanding, man. So it's on to the next one.